So, Jennifer, how did you like Cacao?
I liked it.
You liked it.
I like tile placement and workers
She does.
and meeples.
She does like all those things. Although you
might
only
get
get one
one.
meeple. Now I do want to mention the insert. Very good insert.
I like the insert.
With one exception.
If
I
they
have
would've-
I have big fingers, so I have a hard time pulling the stuff out of the insert. But it has a place for everything, even the boards there go right on top. Good insert. There's the cat for the video.
My only complaint about it is if it was level, then the stuff wouldn't fall out. Because if you tilt it on side, then the stuff falls out of the perfectly placed spots.
Yeah, if you put it on edge, everything will fall out. Although I'm sure we could put like a piece of foam or something in there.
Yeah, I think a piece of foam would be perfect for keeping it all.
It's a very easy game, simple game. It's a gateway game, basically. And I think it's a pretty good gateway game for both tile placement and worker placement, or tile laying and worker placement. But I do like that you have decisions to make in this. You're scrutinizing over where to place the tile to get the most points, or that area control with the temples, or whether you want to buy the cacaos or you just want to sell them right away or stuff like that. It's got many
There's
decisions.
some thought.
Now, we played it with 2 and 3 players. With 3 players, each player will lose 1 worker tile. In a 4-player game, you lose 2 worker tiles. So the rounds are shorter. It's instead of 11 rounds in a 3-player game, it's 10, and in a 4-player game, it's 9. I think the time for the game is pretty pretty dead on. It's a pretty quick game.
It's on the lid.
It's on the lid, which is behind me. It says 45 minutes, and I'm going to assume that is with 4 players, depending on the players you're playing with. As usual, anybody with AP will drag the game down slower, but it is a pretty quick game.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything you dislike about the game?
No.
No?
You don't really use the sundials that much, or we haven't yet. I think that might come more into play in a 4-player game.
In a 2-player game, there's only 1 sun tile. There's only 2 in the game itself, but in a 2-player game, you remove 1. In a 3 and 4-player game, both are in the game. As well as there's 1 temple tile, 1 water tile, 1 market tile, I think worth 2 coin, 2 single cacao plantations that are also taken out. I believe that's all. And in 3 and 4-player game, all those tiles, every tile in the game is used. So I guess that's just a way to tighten up the game a little bit for a 2-player game. As Jen said, I think I only used the sun tile, the sun token once. And there's a bit of luck in this. The luck of what you draw, how many workers are on each tile that you draw, and then there's luck of what comes out on the jungle tile. So that plays into it. Sometimes it doesn't make sense to use the sun tiles. Sometimes it does. Sometimes it's better just to hold it off and get a point at the end of the game for them. And I played with a couple different strategies. One being focusing on the water carrier guy. Every game I played, I at least try to get him to 0. But sometimes I focus on that. Sometimes I just focus on buying and selling cacaos. Sometimes it's focusing on the temples.
I think plural would just be cacao.
I don't know.
Cacao.
I'm not American Indian. I don't know. Or actually, they're not American. They were South American Indians. Aztecs, I think. Maybe Mayans. I don't remember. It doesn't tell you there. So yeah, there's a couple different ways you could go at this game. Instead of there's a couple strategies you can go with, and I think that's pretty good for being such a easy game to learn and teach. What do you think, Jen?
Easy, yeah.
Easy, yeah.
It's good. It's all right.
Good. It's all right.
Yeah.
She doesn't like it. She doesn't hate it.
No, I like it.
You like it?
Yeah. I have to find my strategy. I mean, I tried something different the third time we played it, and I should have stuck with what I was doing the first time.
Yes. Today we did one practice game and then 2 on film. I don't know which one of those 2 we're going to use, so either Jen won or I won, depending on which one I use. I think I'm going to go with the one that Jen won. I'll have to see what it looks like when I'm editing it.
Well, then I really like this game, and it's called I Win.
You win?
Or it's called I'll Never Have to Play This Again, and Barry Stinks.
Right.
No, I'm kidding. I like the game. I love the insert. I really wish they made it level with the box. That's my only complaint. Or if we got a piece of foam, I think it'd be perfect. I'm really excited. I was really excited about the insert when we first saw it, which was really silly.
The insert, I think the insert's has an indent like that because of, the boards when you first get the game. They had to put them somewhere.
Oh, yeah.
And to be honest with you, most companies wouldn't care about an insert like that. But, that's what I find a lot with these vacuum form inserts. They got the right intention, but they rarely really work. But like I said, it is a good insert. It's got a place for everything, as long as you don't put the box on inside.
Yeah, if you left it like that, it's perfect.
Right.
Barry doesn't leave them like that.
No, I don't. It's for my shelving. I get more out of it standing up than I do when they're laying flat. The only things I do lay flat are deck building games. Usually. Anything else, Jennifer?
Oh, they don't have green. Barry probably doesn't like that they don't have green, but haha.
Well, most of these German games, which this is, it's a Z-Man import, but I think Hansengluck. I don't remember the original name, the original company.
Well, honestly, I think that they don't have green because the background on most of the tiles is green.
Well, no, it's probably for colorblind people. A lot of the European games do not have green or blue together, or they just eliminate both. But that's a publisher's choice. Maybe they got a deal on purple and red instead of green and blue, whatever. Or
the background's mostly green.
Okay, so that was Cacao. Something you're interested in, check it out on the internet or at your local game store. It's a pretty easy game. If you're looking for a real meaty game, this isn't the game for you, but it's a good game for the price. It was a fairly cheap game.
What, you don't think it's on the same level as like Dominant Species?
No.
Oh, all right.
Mm-hmm. All right, so that was Cacao. Thanks for watching. Get gaming.
Have fun.
We'll see you next time.